2, 1, click. Welcome back to Mortal Kombat Defenders of Fuck Me.
I never heard of fuck me. Why have I got to defend that?
Whatever. This episode is the 5th one on 13. Called All Friends Never Die. But my wheel has died like in the first episode already, so
yeah.
Let's see what new spectacular ways they will use to show us the crapness of this thing. Whatever. And I still question where the fuck are guys like Johnny Cage, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's one thing that this cartoon could have benefited is Johnny Cage's sense of humor, because that seems very appropriate for a cartoon like this.
Yeah.
No, we have to get Stryker with 0 personality.
Well, to be fair, none of the characters in this cartoon have any personality, so...
I know, Pride Land, what?
Nah, Savannah!
Oh, Stryker is actually using a gun!
Jesus.
Wait, what is it? Okay, what's it with this show?
I mean, it's a laser gun, but it's an improvement.
Why does every episode have to start in the middle of the action scene when we don't know what the hell's going on?
Because Mortal Kombat!
Oh, I get it. Ha ha ha. Jesus Christ, Jack Tax. Huh? Oh, hi, Sub-Zero. You gotta go 10 out of 10. Oh, are we seriously doing this?
Yes.
By the way,
Apparently
if I win, I get to bone Sonya.
We get it that Sub-Zero is badass or something, but come on. I trust him on words.
Well, then again, you know, picture's worth 1,000 words and all that. So.
I guess. It's such a shame that Sub-Zero has a terrible voice in this cartoon, because in almost every instance of Mortal Kombat, he really has a badass voice, especially in the new one where he's voiced by Steve Blum.
Steve Blum?
Yep. Ha ha ha.
The Iceman.
Yeah, the matron, the black guy. Great, a new attack. Let's see who is the token villain of this episode. Where to? Oh, Middle. Oh, it's America. I thought it was the Middle East.
I thought you were going to say Middle Earth.
No, we've got to New Zealand in the previous episode, remember?
Oh, right, okay.
Okay.
Well, who?
Who? The intruder is actually one of us.
Dun dun dun.
This guy sounds so boring.
Yeah. I'm trying to be angst, dude, but come on.
It's Luke Perry. What did you expect?
Yeah, so I can't emote.
Oh, Smoke?
Well, Sub-Zero and Smoke were best friends, so...
Then there's Scorpion. Oh no, Sector and Cyrax. No, it's Sector and Cyrax from the Lin Kuei clan.
Oh, right. Oh, so Cyrax was black. So Cyrax was black, huh?
Yes, and apparently Ed Boon took that and translated that into the Mortal Kombat 9 game. Because in that story mode, Sector and Cyrax are shown in their human form and they use the same appearance they are using this cartoon. When the Fire Nation attack.
Yeah, I wish I was watching that again.
Oh wait, we're fighting the cyborgs now.
Oh yeah, basically what they're trying to get across is that the Lin Kuei are an evil ninja clan who try to... Yeah, this is basically adapted from a subplot from the second game. Basically, the Lin Kuei are this group. They're a group of evil ninjas, and what they're doing is that they're taking some of their best ninjas and turning them into cyborgs. Sub-Zero and Smoke, however, refused and ran away. So basically, now they're marked for death.
Yep.
Wait. Did Smoke just... Or was that another guy?
No, it was the leader of Lin Kuei.
Okay.
As Sub-Zero mentioned.
Well, at least now they're actually following a plot line from the games, I guess. It's...
Yeah, I guess.
They're taking some liberties with it, but I guess they got the basic stuff right, I guess.
I actually wonder if they will follow the plot of the game and Smoke will be turned into a cyborg here.
Basically, Sub-Zero managed to run away, Dwebs, but Smoke didn't, and he tragically became a cyborg, and Sub-Zero. It's basically Sub-Zero's main goal in Mortal Kombat to try to save his friend and shit.
Right. Well, hey, at least there's some actual fighting.
Yeah, I guess.
With lazy smoke animation.
Taste my fart power.
Basically, Dwebs, in the game, Smoke is a ninja who's always exuding smoke out of his body for no reason.
Because he's a ninja.
Was he? Well, I get the feeling, did he smoke too much and thus he has smoke coming out of his body forever?
I don't know.
Dude, Sub-Zero, I tried to quit, but it's too much for me.
This guy's voice.
Luke Perry's acting is so bad. It's amazing.
Who? Luke Perry?
Luke Perry, he voices Sub-Zero.
Did he do anything else?
Luke Perry's basically Luke Perry was got known to American audiences as one of the big stars in Beverly Hills, which was basically a teenage after-school special kind of thing.
Yeah. And since then he's gone.
Eating music much.
As for voice acting roles, he did make 2 cameo appearances as himself in Johnny Bravo. Aside from that, though,
Family Guy.
Yeah, Family Guy.
There you go.
Aside from that, basically he's done a few voice acting roles here and there, I guess. But he hasn't really been in anything all that great that I can think of, at least.
Oh.
So I must go and face Smoke.
I must go and get some acting lessons.
It's a shame too, because I can't speak for the reboot, but again, see, the thing is about the original games back in the 90s is that, I mean, that was a time back when fighting games didn't really have cutscenes. The backstory came from basically the manual and introductory and ending text screens we saw at the end of the game and shit like that. So, it's a shame because Theo, have they actually tackled the story with actual cutscenes in the newer games?
Yes, pretty much.
Awesome.
I mean,
because
as Angry Joe put it, it's like watching a good Mortal Kombat movie, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good.
Of course, being a reboot, not in a proper way, basically the story being retold, but with changes. There are, of course, different changes. For example, in Mortal Kombat 9 is actually Sub-Zero who gets turned into a cyborg instead of Smoke.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, there he is.
His voice does not match his body at all.
Yeah. You think a guy like this will be voiced by a guy with the same tone of Kevin Conroy from Batman?
But I mean, seriously, because it's like you get a little girl, but you have her voice, you have her sound like, I don't know,
I got an older woman,
Michael Clark Duncan.
It's actually funny you mentioned something like this because in Tales of Arts R, since it's only voiced in Japanese, Namco in that case could not afford enough budget to make a voice acting localization. There's a character who is a little girl, but the way she's voiced, she sounds like an old woman, honestly. It's one of the few instances where I actually don't like the Japanese voice acting.
I'm sure there's been quite a few instances where dubs are better than the actual other one.
I guess. Well,
There are actually.
I can't speak always for American, but I can say that Italian voice acting manages to cover a lot of patches that both American and Japanese voice acting tend to.
I've heard, doesn't Dragon Ball have a problem like that?
No. Well, for me, the thing with Dragon Ball is this. Well, Funimation is actually pretty awesome when it comes to dubbing Dragon Ball. In fact, even though I personally prefer the Portuguese dub because it's the one I grew up with, I'll still take the Funimation dub over the Japanese dub. No disrespect to the Japanese actors, but to me, I mean, don't get me wrong, Teo. The woman is awesome as little Goku and shit, but I'm sorry. There's no reason why she should be voicing adult Goku. It just doesn't fit. Basically, Dwebs, in the Japanese version, Goku as an adult has the voice of a girl, basically.
Yeah.
Why?
Because basically what happened is, Dwebs, the woman voicing Goku back when he was a kid, she became such an iconic, she became such an icon as the big actress playing one of the biggest characters in Japanese culture that they just won't replace her because you can't replace her. She has a status.
Power of friendship.
Apparently that new Dragon Ball film's coming out around here in
Resurrection F.
Resurrection F.
Round to UK cinemas, but
don't bother, Dwebs. Trust me. It's and someone like you.
That's what I was worried about. People like me will probably get lost during the.
See, the thing is, Dwebs. The Dragon Ball has recently been rebooted with Dragon Balls. Well, not rebooted. It's a sequel series, basically. The sequel series to the original Z series called Dragon Ball Super. But the thing is, there's no point in trying to, unless you're making a reboot. There's no point in trying to explain to newcomers what's going on because there's way too much continuity to explain. Yeah. It's a no. You're better off just starting from the beginning in general because there's literally no way a writer can explain all the backstory without completely sacrificing like 15 episodes to do so.
Wow, that animation.
Well, because the best thing about it is that I don't have to. Is GT gone from the canon?
Yep.
Yeah, GT's gone for. Thank fucking God, it's gone for the canon.
Which is odd because I've heard Super's not all that great.
Yeah, it's. I think it's
it
good
just
enough.
Suffers from bad animation here and there. Somebody told me the plot is not that
bad. To be fair, when the animation in the original series was not that great.
That was the 80s, 90s.
That was like, this is 2015.
True, I guess.
We are in an age where things like Gurren Lagann and Kill la Kill have spectacular animation, honestly.
True, I guess. If Level 5 can get good animation for Yokai Watch, I don't see why they can't get it for Dragon Ball Super, I guess. Good point.
Well, Dragon Ball Super's done by Toei.
All the more reason to is because Toei is one of the oldest and most prominent animation companies in Japan, so they should know this shit.
What the fuck?
But that's right. That's right. Well, there's a Mortal Kombat episode going on. I was so bored, I forgot.
Just climbed the cliff and then jumped back. Oh, that's the impression he gave.
But yeah, like I was saying, Dragon Ball Super is fine. As if you're invested into the characters, it's fine. It has some slice of life stuff to it, even though there's also a plot brewing in it, and it's fine for what it is. It's a nice reunion, definitely better than fucking GT.
Yeah.
So I don't have to watch GT.
Over glorified fanfiction.
No. GT. GT. Okay. If there's one thing for GT that I will give it to is that I love the music. The music in GT was fantastic. Also, I did like the idea. Again, it was executed badly, Teo. But however, I did like the idea of the Dragon Balls having a price for all the wishes you make. That was a good idea. It's just a shame it wasn't in the hands of such crap writers. Would you agree with me on that?
Honest, I don't know. The only thing I liked about GT is the fact they remembered Pilaf existed. But aside from that, no. Fuck no.
Well, if it makes you feel better, Dragon Ball Super brought Pilaf back, and he's kind of a regular.
I know.
I guess I'll just.
But then there's also the thing about the whole Super 17 saga when all the warriors that are dead go back. You think they can,
that I will definitely agree with you.
Take advantage of that, but no, like Nappa lasts for 15 seconds.
Well, Theo, it made logical sense in the context.
I know, but at least have some, dialogues that take advantage of the situation, but no.
I guess, yeah. No, but I will agree with you there. The Super 17 part thing was just fan fiction with a budget, basically. It was so stupid. Anyway, this is so boring. I would just rather be talking about Dragon Ball. I apologize, everybody. We're just completely checked out by episode 3.
I can tell you what's going on. Sub-Zero and Cybersmoke are fighting because power of friendship and blah blah blah.
Yeah, this wasn't a lot. I can't believe that a 90s video game with text did this better than a fucking cartoon series.
I would buy all the Dragon Ball, the original series seasons first. But
start with the original series.
Yeah, that's what I meant. But there's a bit of a problem with that.
What?
They're all out here in the UK, which is good. But combined, they're like 24.
Well, there's always just go from parts. I mean, the original series in general, not Z. They're
like nearly 130 odd quid if you buy all 5.
Okay, fine. Well, here's what you do: watch the series on the internet, and if you think the series is worth your money, then make a decision based on that. That's a good.
I mean, I enjoyed episode 1, but
yeah. Basically, I showed them episode 1 once.
And that was after I saw Evolution.
Yeah, basically, I wanted to give, and I also showed them the clip where Theo, that clip where Goku meets Chi-Chi for the first time.
Okay.
Yeah, basically to give them an idea of that they actually have chemistry in the anime and
yeah.
Instead of having 2 planks of wood mating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because in the anime,
that animation was so bad.
As I showed Webs, in the anime they actually know themselves since they were children, so they have an entire childhood to get them to know each other. So it's much better there. Again, that's basically one thing that a lot of people like to hate on filler in general. But honestly, for me, like even Doug said this once, and I agree. One thing that people tend to forget is that shows need filler to create a status quo and get us to get used to the characters and stuff. If they just rush into every single important plot thread immediately, the pacing gets incredibly awkward and too fast. What works for a movie doesn't necessarily work for a TV show. That's basically what I stand for in that regard.
Well, I've heard Kai's good at stripping away filler.
Yeah, Kai, my problem with Kai, my problem with Kai is that, again, it's the same problem I have with Sailor Moon Crystal. It just goes by too fast for me, and honestly, I like to slow down once in a while to, get used to the characters, spend time with them. I like to do that. To me, filler is useful in that regard. Don't get me wrong, filler can be bad. It's just that I don't think the whole filler is bad by default and should never exist thing is an exaggeration.
Well, nothing's bad by default.
I know, but trust me, there's a lot of people hate the idea of filler just by the fact that it exists.
Yeah, I mean, it's like with X-Men Origins. The idea of showing Wolverine's past and how he, how he got into the situation he did by the start of the first X-Men movie was fine. It's just,
execution was terrible.
You give your already written script to Skip Woods to rewrite.
Because that's who you get to touch up your script. Skip fucking Woods
for the backstory of Wolverine, honestly. Anyway, the lesson we learned today: power of friendship wins the day, and blah 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 blah.
That'd be like if you had a script already written by Stanley Kubrick, but you gave it to the Skip Woods of that era.
Can't think of who it would be. Well, it depends. It kind of depends.
You were pointless.
Well, it kind of depends to us because Stanley Kubrick started making movies in the 50s and he went all the way to the 90s. So it kind of, in terms of eras, it's kind of because he spent so many decades making movies that it's kind of hard to pick.
I've got
Anyway, that was episode 5, because you can imagine it was so boring and uninspired. Make us talking about something completely different.
I had a good idea for the 90s equivalent to Skip Woods when it comes to writing film scripts.
Mm-hmm.
Frank Miller.
Ugh.
Yuck.
I hate
which is sad because I liked Sin City and Sin City 2 to a lesser extent.
Well, so did he involved in the screenwriting
Only
of that
partially.
movie, or did he just write the story?
Only partially.
Basically, Pedro, he co-wrote the first movie with Robert Rodriguez, and then he wrote the script by himself for the second one.
A Aim to Kill.
All right, see you. All right, everybody.
For episode 6.
Hopefully, in the next episode, we will actually talk about the episode that's going on. So, see you then.